What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Footy Review. We're talking UCL Week 2 today. Let's get into Group G, Man City, Dortmund, Sevilla, and Copenhagen. And we got to start with Man City versus Dortmund. Man City playing to a 2-1 win over Dortmund in the Etihad, so they were playing at England. Dortmund got in front early in the second half, put some pressure on Man City. Man City able to come back and turn it around late in the game to get the 3 points. Man City was expected to win this game, so they had the pressure that, they were the big favorites. But what are your thoughts on the game?
I actually thought it was it was an entertaining game for sure. And, when Dortmund comes up and gets the lead early, and you can really see City kind of almost getting desperate at some points in the game.
The opening hour was not an easy game for City. The first 60 minutes of the game, Dortmund
I wouldn't
was
even say where
they
I wouldn't even say where they got the win was easy for them. They fought for that win, and shout out to them for doing that. But Dortmund comes out with quality, and I want to give a shout out to Marco Royce. Big respect.
The most
to that
loyal dude in football.
The big respect to that man. Yeah, he's always been loyal to Dortmund, even though he's had offers to go everywhere. And he had horrible injury problems in his career that really, I think, hindered what kind of player he could have been. But hey, he's still there. He's still a starter. He's still getting the job done. He got the assist for Bellingham's goal. It was a very good assist, and he created other chances throughout the game. Honestly, depending on the way the game went, I think Dortmund could have pulled it out, but Man City locked it down on defense after the goal, and then really put a big effort in going in to get those 2 goals. And honestly, another big shout out to Joao Cancelo.
Yeah,
a great game, and what an assist for Haaland. That assist was beautiful.
Yeah. I think there was a turning point in this game, and I got to actually give Guardiola credit for this. In the 58th minute, he subbed on Phil Foden, Julian Alvarez, and Bernardo Silva. So I think Guardiola gets a lot of credit for turning this game around, understanding that, however they were set up tactically, Dortmund was finding a lot of success playing, especially, playing, especially for the first hour. And then, I think, even that being said, I think Man City got a little bit lucky with this banger from John Stones, like scoring in the 80th minute from outside of the box. Who the hell would have expected that to happen?
Yeah.
So without that goal, I mean, this is soccer. It's part of the game. Like, it's fair play to them. But I think they got lucky that they had a little bit of magic right there that helped them get over the line, or at least, give them faith that they could get the win going into the last 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah,
but
no, I agree.
I will give credit to Guardiola on the subs.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I also will give him credit for that. But where I do have to give him a bit of a slap on the wrist is why are we still starting Jack Grealish? I get that you dropped 100 million on this guy, but
it's rotation, man.
Get that, and and I guess you still got to get him. Like, you got to have him in the game to try to get his confidence up, maybe back into form. But it was so clear that when he came off the field, that the game changed. I think you could have put so many players where Jack Grealish was, and the game would have changed by a lot. Like, I don't think that Grealish provides anything really to this team. I think it was a waste of money. I think he shouldn't be there.
They wanted to get an Englishman on the team other than
which
Foden.
Is like, why? Like,
yeah.
Who cares? Like, forget that. Like, just get the players you need. And to drop 100 mil on this guy, just let him stay at Aston Villa, where he's doing great, and get someone else. But to drop 100 mil on Grealish, I think is ridiculous. And that the fact that he's starting in a game like this is also ridiculous. I think start him against Copenhagen. Like, don't start him against Dortmund, which is going to be your toughest game of the group.
So yeah, Man City, they pull out the win 2-1 over Dortmund. And then on the other side of this group, we got Sevilla versus Copenhagen. And you know me, I always go for the Spanish teams in the Champions League and the Europa League. I like when Spanish teams do well in Europe. And Sevilla usually is a good contender in Europe, especially in the Europa League. But this year, it's just looking bad for them. I mean, if they had any chance after getting smashed 4-0 by Man City in the first game, if they had any chance of hanging on, they had to pick up these 3 points against Copenhagen, who by far the weakest team. So dropping points in your game that you were supposed to win, it's not looking good for Sevilla right now. I think they're in serious danger.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to say the exact same thing. Personally, I think this group is over. Even with 4 games left, it's Sevilla sitting at the bottom of the table, 1 point with Copenhagen, which is honestly, it's embarrassing for the city of Sevilla. I don't think that they can come back from this. I don't think that they're gonna, and who knows, even if they get 6 points from oh no, not 6 points, but even if they win the next game against Copenhagen, it's not really gonna make a difference. I think Dortmund gets at the very least 4 out of 6 points, probably 6 out of 6, because Sevilla, whether it's in La Liga or in the Champions League this year, nothing is going their way. Absolutely nothing. They look bad. They look slow.
The coach is about to get sacked.
Coach is about to get sacked. Deservedly so, probably, because it's not like it's that much of a new team. Sure, they lost Koundé, who was their best defender, but at the same time, it's like you would think that they'd be able to build something around that and at the very least be scoring goals, but they can't. And so right now it's Man City who's going to run away with this group. Dortmund going to come in second. And I don't see a way that Sevilla is going to get back, which is surprising because if there was going to be a second group of death, it would have been this group with City, Dortmund, Sevilla. But at the moment, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. It looks like it didn't turn out that way. It looks like it was just a group packed with 2 very good teams, Man City and Dortmund. And I think that's all she wrote.
And you are able to directly kind of compare Sevilla and Dortmund because they both played against Man City at this point. And you just look at the difference in performances of both of the teams against Man City. Sevilla got smashed 4-0 at the Sanchez Pizjuan, playing in their own home. And then Dortmund, they always have these like young and hungry quality players that I don't know where they keep finding these dudes. But like, for example, Jude Bellingham was a standout player last night. They always have players like that in the squad, and they were hungry against Man City. They came out and really put the pressure on Man City, which is Sevilla never even sniffed anything close to that.
Yeah,
and so
had
now
things gone a little bit differently, they could have come away with the game.
And yeah, exactly. And now if John Stones hadn't scored that wonder goal in the 80th minute, and now the back-to-back games for Sevilla is against Dortmund. So I think they're going to get run over. I mean, Sevilla just looks slow, unmotivated. And I already said Dortmund looks like a hungry young team full of energy. They're going to get run over. And this group could be over, by the time match week number 4 is over. It could be bad.
I think it's over now.
Yeah.
I know that's Dortmund with 3 points, but at the same time, I think they get, like I said, 4 out of the next 6 and probably 6 out of the next 6.
So if we're being real here, do you think Sevilla is tanking for the Europa League?
Yeah, gonna go win the Europa League again. No, I think I really don't think so. Nah, I think even if they drop to Europa, it's not gonna go well for them there either. Even though that's usually their tournament, I don't think so this year. I think
no, they've looked bad across the board. Even in La Liga, they have not had really any good performances at all this season.
Nothing at all to offer.
So in a group where it could have been tight, it could have been competitive, it looks like City and Dortmund are going to run away with this one, and deservedly so. Sevilla just doesn't seem to be up to the challenge this year. That being said, though, the one hope that I think Sevilla would have is if the manager gets sacked before the next round of Champions League games starts, maybe they get a boost in the performance against Dortmund. But even then, it seems like a tall task.
Nah.
Thank you guys for checking us out, and we'll be back with more Champions League analysis.
Yes, sir.